All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. All right, now, so let me start off by saying thank you to all of those who have been emailing me and sending me videos and asking me, hey, Steven, what's going on? It's been a while. We miss you and so on. And as I replied in the emails, this past Christmas and New Year's was big for me, as for most of us. And this is when most of us find out how big our family is, okay? Every family member just pops up out of the woodwork, okay? And I think I could speak for some of us that a lot of us spent more than we should have spent, okay? And as some of you may know, I am self-employed. I own a couple of box trucks, and I have a few guys that work for me, and we go out there and we perform different services out there, okay? And we clear out homes and businesses, okay? And let me just say, now that I'm talking about that, real quick, guys, okay, for all of you that are members, okay, let me just say, if you email me, I will send you a list of items that I have, and let me just say, it's not garbage, okay? My line of work, clearing out homes and businesses, we come across all kind of things, okay? Washers, dryers, TV, furnitures, you name it, we probably come across it, okay? And I'm like a hoarder. I don't throw nothing away, okay? If it's not broken, it's not garbage, I store it, okay? And that's how I started on YouTube, whereas I was using social media as a way of selling these items. But again, I say, for those of you that are members, as a way of saying thank you for sticking by my side, I will send you a list, and anything that you're interested, I will ship it to you, okay? I will pay for everything, okay? Again, I say, it's just a way of saying thank you. I'll give that a couple of weeks, and then I'll throw it out there for the rest of those that are subscribed to my channels. Again, if you're interested in any of the items, I will ship it to you free of charge. Now, for also my New Year's resolution was to do something different. As I mentioned when one of my videos, I threw it out there that in my opinion, uploading videos is just half the job. The other half is acting on it, okay? Where I think a lot of us, I know personally a handful of us, that we make the effort with these frauditors who upload the information of the location where they're frauditing, such as like gutter trash, okay, that a-ho, okay, he will put up the information to the location as well as the individual who pissed them off. And I know a lot of us that make the effort in calling, communicating with the people that end up on YouTube without their consent, and they get the individual to throw a privacy strike their way, get the video removed. And let me just say, I've been doing that for quite some time now, and I will admit, a lot of them that I've communicated with them, and I'm thinking it's out of fear, a lot of them just don't want to bother. Okay, they feel, in my opinion, they feel that if they do a privacy strike, well, the individual's going to end up coming back, revisit, and so on, okay? But again, I say there's a handful of us that I know personally that make that effort. So again, I say 2024, my New Year's resolution was to do something different on this channel, okay? Uploading videos, in my opinion, is only half the job. The other half is acting on it. So now, again, I say, what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks now, I've been stalking a frauditor who's in my neighborhood. This knucklehead here who calls himself Not the End of Freedom, aka Mario Castro. Now, for those of you that have been watching my older videos, you've probably seen I did, I think, 2 or 3 videos on this knucklehead. He's a real a-hole, okay? And let's just say again, unfortunate, this is the problem that I've been having for the past couple of weeks. They don't tell their subscribers where they're going the following day and so on. So I've been going up and down the roads in his neighborhood trying to find him, come across him, so that I can give him a taste of his own medicine. And I know some of you may call me a troublemaker, that I'm looking to create problems. No, listen, in my opinion, a lot of these knuckleheads get away with the BS that they're doing with their law enforcement officers, as well as the average citizen who comes across these knuckleheads. Why? Because they play by the rules. These knuckleheads need to come across somebody who doesn't play by the rules, and and that's me, guys, okay? Again, I went out my way. I got a couple of GoPros, and again, I say I've been going up and down the neighborhood, and when I do find this knucklehead, I want to give him a taste of his own medicine. I'm not going to debate him. I'll probably, if depending on the situation, ask him a few questions or whatever, but let me just say, again, I say, I want to give him a taste of his own medicine. I want to record that a-hole from the minute he leaves his home to the minute he goes back. And I'll do this 5-7 days a week and see how he likes somebody aiming a damn camera at him, okay? Again, listen, I understand that these knuckleheads are not breaking the law. They're out there recording, publicly recording or whatsoever, but let's look at the big picture. A lot of the people that are out there, listen, everybody's got something going on in their lives. As we all know, today's society, everybody's got something going on. And then these knuckleheads want to exploit the laws in a sense, okay? They feel that if they're on the sidewalk, they can do whatever the hell they want to do, okay? So be it. It's true. You can do pretty much whatever you want to do. But why do you have to harass somebody? Why do you have to go stand in front of somebody for X amount of time, aiming your cell phone or a camera at them until they get bent out of shape? Because be realistically, if you're out there recording yourself, or you're recording a building, or you're recording something that you came across, nobody gives a hell. Nobody gives a damn. Go ahead, go record away. But now if you stand in front of somebody for X amount of time, aiming your cell phone or camera at them, come on now. After a few minutes, you're going to be like, yo, what's up with you? You don't know me. Do we know each other? Did I do something to you or whatever? And these knuckleheads will come out with something cocky. And okay, and let me just say again, I've mentioned this in many of my other videos, okay? These guys are not just targeting law enforcement officers. They're not just targeting public employees. They are now targeting we the people. So again, I say it's about time we start fighting back, giving them a taste of their own medicine. Let me give you an example of this a-hole, and let me say again, this a-hole has been arrested at one point where a state police officer was interviewing a family member who had a juvenile runaway, and as you all know, when these knuckleheads are being told, hey, these people don't want to be on your social media account or whatever, what do they tell them? Well, you got to create privacy. And that's exactly what the state police officer did. He took the parents of the runaway juvenile around his patrol vehicle to get away from this knucklehead. And what did the knucklehead do? He went and followed him around the vehicle. So it's like no matter what they do, what the police do, they will continue to screw with them. This knucklehead, as you will see in this video that he uploaded just a few days ago, it's like he wants to be in people's business. He truly feels that the law allows him to be in people's businesses, okay? And again, with the missing juvenile or whatever, they ended up getting arrested for this, all right? They hit him with 6 felonies, okay? The last that I heard about his legal problems was that he was facing 15 years. You heard that correctly. 15 years, okay? Now, he hasn't really given any updates. I've been trying to find out what's up with that deal, okay? Because he did cool out. He did cool out for a while after that. For a few months, he wasn't bothering nobody. He was just uploading videos and so on, but he is back to his bull crap, okay? And again, I say, I will put a link to his channel in the description. Check out his videos, okay? Again, he's a cop hater. He's another cop hater, but you will see in a handful of his videos, he also attacks the average citizen who's minding his business. Let's get into the video, and we'll go from there.
Well, guys, I'm about to go live on Facebook, so I should have went live here, but I wasn't prepared for this accident. I was driving along local street, then I see these guys with lights taking I guess that's what they hit right there, that in the intersection. And I guess with that SUV over there. Somebody's gonna be cited. Officer, you have any comments on what happened here? No comments? You have any comments? No, I guess not.
All right, so think about what he said in the beginning of his video, that he happened to be driving and he noticed the emergency lights on the police cruiser. So he decides he wants to do some cop watching, want to make a video, want to make a quick few bucks on social media. Okay, we also saw him ask the female officer what's going on, you know, any comments, trying to get some information. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, I see people doing this left and right on Facebook. Okay, this is a way of giving the people that follow you, they may live in the same area, hey, heads up, there's an accident on such and such avenue, stay away, some traffic is going to be building up, and so on, right? To this point, I see no problem in what he's doing. But now the officers are going to interview one of the individuals that was involved in the accident here, and let me tell you, you don't have to be a foot or two away from the individual while he's giving out information to the officer to do your cop watching. Okay, he tells his subscribers that he's recording police, but you will see differently as the video goes on. Let's get back to the video.
Dígame. No, pero yo ahora mismo voy a... Perdón, excusa. Dígame ahora, repita. Está bien. Yo le puedo hacer una pregunta. Sí, yo podría ir ahora con mi esposa, saco el seguro, yo puedo ir a resolver eso ahora, si me permite. Ahora mismo.
Ellos mismos te la llaman.
All right, so now this is where his cop watching is turning into him inserting himself in the scene, whereas he is now communicating with the individual who's being interviewed by the officers here that he should tell the officers to call the ambulance, okay? And you will hear him give his subscribers advice on if they ever get into an accident, whether they feel hurt or not, they should call the ambulance, which is good advice. But again, cop watching is documenting law enforcement while they're working. In case anything crazy happens, you have it documented. Cop watching does not mean to start interacting with the people that are being interviewed by the officers. You get what I'm getting at?
Déjalo que ellos la llamen. Yeah. Mucho más. Ya, dígale a ellos que llame la muleta, que te duele la mano. Ellos te tienen que chequear y un médico te tiene que decir lo que está, porque si te duele la mano es por parte del accidente. Es que eso nos está pasando. Yo paso grabando siempre por acá por los accidentes y todo eso, y paso diciéndolo. Estamos cometiendo muchas violaciones, no estamos respetando las señales de tránsito, estamos viajando a altas velocidades. Esta es una ruta donde hay 3 stop signs. ¿Usted me entiende? No, ellos no le paran a eso, entonces... You know, we need to be more careful. Es que tú tienes que, aunque le pertenezca o no, usted tiene un stop sign. The stop sign means stop.
La gente no mira eso.
No.
Sigue derecho.
Puede avisarle a cualquiera de los oficiales que usted necesita ver el médico. que te llamen una ambulancia porque eso tiene que estar en el seguro. Si usted sale de aquí ahorita mismo,
Yo lo estoy diciendo, yo lo dije.
yeah, if you leave,
Ready.
and then no, they can claim any otherwise. You always need to call the ambulance when you get into an accident. You never know what's going to happen to you afterwards. And now it looks like you're being hurt. So it's very important, guys, to call the ambulance every time you get into an accident. You never know, what can happen to you afterwards. Let me see what happened to this car. I shouldn't leave the scene, but I'm gonna just take a look at the damages of this car, and you guys gonna determine at what speed this guy was going. He said he never stopped on the sign. And this is an SUV. Nothing serious happened, but obviously it was a damage done, and you need to address this issue, guys. We need to address this issue. When you're involved in an accident,
Can I see your insurance again? Could you ask me if I could see that paperwork again, please? Italiana utilizar, no cargaba la licencia. Yo entré a la página de monovehículos, ¿verdad? De Nueva York, para yo introducir el número el número de ID y verás que tengo licencia. Le puede dar.
¿Qué le dijo?
All right, so now if you're paying attention to the individual who's being interviewed by the officer, you can tell by his body language that he realizes he has an a-hole that's recording him and his conversation with law enforcement. And he doesn't seem thrilled about it either. Now, if you keep paying attention to him, you will see that he tries to move his conversation with the officers at least 2 times out of the frauditor's way, but the frauditor continues to be up his ass, okay? Now, cop watching is documenting law enforcement and ensure that if anything crazy happens, you have it documented. But if you keep paying attention to what's going on here, this guy's more focused on the citizen than the officers. That's not cop watching. That's putting yourself in other people's business that you ain't got shit to do with. And then you wonder why this guy who's being interviewed by the officer wants to whip his ass. And you'll hear the frauditor cry like a little bitch to the officer. Hey, save me.
Okay. The only issue that we have is
¿tienes celular?
a valid insurance card.
¿Tú tienes celular? Graba. Yeah. Graba. Yeah, I'm advising this gentleman to record video because you tú necesitas evidencia, ¿me entiendes? Es bueno tenerlo, todo lo que ellos dicen. Todo lo que ellos dicen es bueno que tú lo tengas evidenciado en celular. Siempre graba cualquier interacción con la policía porque ellos dicen lo contrario después en corte, todo. Así tú lo tienes grabado en tu celular. You know? Tú puedes hacerle preguntas, tú puedes hablar con ellos.
No, yo sé.
You know? En video, que ellos no te digan lo contrario. Porque, pues. So I'm advising these gentlemen to record videos. And like I've been saying over and over and over again on my videos.
He's not going to be able to provide it. We're going to tow the car. No, porque we're going to have to tow the vehicle because he's supposed to be driving with a valid insurance on the side of the car.
Aquí está la ambulancia para usted, yo creo, mira.
Ok, entonces, ¿le podría dar la dirección?
Yeah, we'll write it down on a piece of paper.
Ok.
And he could just walk to, or get a ride if he has somebody that can come pick him up. If not, he could just walk to Tata Express on Wyoming Street there.
Dígame, caballero, ¿por qué tú estás grabando?
It's hard, guys. It's hard to educate the public when they don't want to be educated.
He has to go to the insurance.
Y quiero preguntarle, esa persona que está grabando, ¿trabaja para él?
He did not work for us, but he is allowed to record. It is in public, so he can
All right, so I think it's safe to say that we can tell that the citizen is getting fed up with the frauditor being on top of him, recording his conversation that he's having with law enforcement, as well as the conversation that's going on between the individual on the cell phone that's communicating to police on behalf of the citizen, okay? Again, I say, the citizen is asking this guy, hey, why are you recording me, okay? And as you see on the screen here, the first thing he wrote here, guys, please stop making yourself look stupid on my videos. How is the citizen making himself look stupid by asking you why you recording his conversation with law enforcement? Come on, that's being an asshole, okay? Realistically, if it were you or me, we're in an accident, involved in an accident. You're pissed off already about damages to your vehicle, and now the BS of the paperwork involved with insurance and your drama and so on, and you got some knucklehead that's standing a couple of feet away from you, recording your conversation. The guy's even putting subtitles to the conversation on his video for his viewers to see. Come on now, you tell me, how does that make it the citizen making himself look stupid? And want to write on the screen that the citizen is acting like a moron, and it's embarrassing because he asked a simple question, why are you recording him? And he wants to call the citizen ignorant? Holy crap. And then the frauditor wants to tell his subscribers that the individual on the cell phone talking to the citizen is educating him by telling him that it's okay for him to be there recording. No. The individual on the cell phone is telling the citizen that police can't do a damn thing about him being there out in the open recording, okay? But this is the same damn thing that got Mario into problems when the state police were interviewing a family that were dealing with a runaway. He wanted to be right up in the mix of things, recording the conversation, okay? Now think about it. You're dealing with a family that's missing a child, that's worrying about whether that child might get hurt or killed or whatever. You know what I'm getting at. And this guy is only worrying about making a damn video to make a few dollars on social media, okay? And come on now, I don't understand why the police over here didn't really do anything about him, telling him back up or whatever. At a certain point, this is not cop watching. Let's be real. This is putting yourself in other people's business that you ain't got shit to do with it. And then get pissed off when that person acts on his emotions. You're going to see that coming up right now.
Está bien.
And an interpreter, you can let him know he's good to go. He can go get the updated insurance, and he can also bring that updated card to that 780 North Church Street address, so it can be in the report.
¿Me pasa el favor de pasar por aquí a otro médico? Estoy aquí en el... a la derecha ahí del seguro. A retirar algo. Estoy aquí en la Diamond. En la Diamond. Ahí en la esquina del cementerio, en la Diamond, esquina North Locus. Acabo de tener un accidente ahí. Con una compo blanda suya. Una coella. Ok. Ok. ¿Qué? Tengo que buscar la tarjeta del seguro.
All right, so let's look at the big picture. Whereas in the beginning of the video, the frauditor is telling his subscribers that he was driving and he noticed this patrol vehicle here, which was responding to an accident, and he decided to stop and insert himself, okay? Want to make a video, want to make a few dollars on social media. Now, throughout the video, we saw that he was right in the mix of things, recording the conversation between law enforcement and the citizen, and even had the audacity to add subtitles so that his subscribers could see exactly what was being said. Now, think about this, guys. This is the part that catches me. The officers have now walked on the back of that ambulance, okay? Look where he's at. He didn't go follow the police. Supposedly, he's there to document the officers while they're working. Now, as you, before I stopped the video, you saw that the citizen walked to the right, his right, and the citizen is on the phone talking to the individual that he's been talking to for the duration of this video. Now, the citizen has put out talking to the individual on the cell phone, given a number, which this knucklehead included in his subtitle. I blurred that out, okay? Do you guys get that? Do you guys see what I see? Okay? How do you call this cop watching? Cop watching, again, I know I've been repeating myself, but cop watching is documenting law enforcement to make sure if anything crazy happens, they do anything stupid, well, you got it on video, okay? But the police are way on behind that ambulance, but yet he chose to stay where the citizen is at and is listening to the conversation and putting the subtitles on the video, okay? This is where the citizen is now going to get bent out of shape, and hey, you'll see what's going on. But you tell me, is this cop watching, or is this putting yourself in people's business that you really don't have a right to do it, okay?
Oye, tú no tienes que probar. Why you have to provide his information? Why you have to give your information? Why you have to give your information? Huh? Because you were in a car? But you are a passenger. You're not supposed to provide your information. You're not obligated to provide your information. You know,
Don, ¿qué es lo que le pasó a usted?
What? Don't get in my face, please. Look. Yo, officer.
¿Qué es lo que le pasó a usted?
You better address this issue right here. He's about to get in trouble. More trouble. He's about to get in more trouble.
Huevo, coño.
Yo, you know he's violating your rights right now by asking you for an ID. You're not obligated to give your ID. Get informed of your rights. You're a passenger in the car. You weren't driving.
All right, so this is where I'm going to end the video. And as you noticed early in the video, he had the audacity to call this citizen a moron, that he was an embarrassment because he asked a simple question: why are you recording me? And if the guy only knew that this knucklehead recorded his conversation as well as adding subtitles, oh, I think he would have swung on him. Now, mind you, the ideal that this guy wants to, again, insert himself, okay? This is an accident. I got to imagine that police are taking everything into account, whereas the individual was in the vehicle. Who knows? This guy might want to put in a claim that he got hurt. Well, he needs to be on the police report, no? Again, this guy has no say-so on what's going on there. Cop watching does not mean interacting with police and the people that they're dealing with, okay? I don't see it as the officer was violating the passenger in any way. I see it as the officer was taking into account that maybe that passenger may want to put a claim in that he was involved in an accident and may want to sue and needs to be on that police report. But yet, the frauditor needs to put it to his subscribers: look, police are violating people's rights. The passenger was not the driver, okay? Police have no... I've seen a lot of videos where for some reason, and maybe it's true, when the passengers get asked for ID, that they legally don't have to provide ID. Okay, so be it, but I'm seeing it different here, whereas this was an accident. Who knows? That passenger may want to be included in that police report so he can make a claim, damn it. And again, I'm going to continue. Listen to me. I truly hope some of you support me in what I'm doing. I want to start doing differently. I don't want to just keep uploading videos. I want to act on them too. And I know I've gotten those comments that I'm a troublemaker, I incite people and so on. And I truly hope that some of you understand my way of thinking, whereas going out throughout the neighborhood looking for this knucklehead so I can give him a taste of his own medicine is the right thing to do. As we all know, law enforcement can only do so much. They got their hands tied behind their back, as well as some law enforcement are okay with what these knuckleheads are doing. Now, again, with this knucklehead being in my backyard, oh, it's a 10-15 minute drive, and again, I'm not really looking to instigate nothing. I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine. And yes, I want to do it 7 days a week. I'm going to give you not only upload videos, but I want to show you how a frauditor acts when he's being recorded on a daily. Now, mind you, he gets any cocky with me, yeah, I'll smack the shit out of this guy with no problem. And I already see, as you saw with this guy here, right away, hey, running to the police for help, save me, this guy's getting in my face and so on. Hey, I'm willing to take a charge. I have no problems. Worst case scenario, they're going to give me probation, but it's going to give me an opportunity to blow this shit up. Well, go to media, start blowing this shit up. And people need to know about this shit, that you got people out there. And let me just say, this knucklehead on all of his videos, he wants to tag Direct D, okay? He idolizes Direct D, and we all know that asshole's a terrorist, okay? As well as San Joaquin Valley Transparency. He tags him on his videos so that he wants to get promoted by San Joaquin as well as Direct D. Now, again, this knucklehead, he needs it. He needs to be put in his place. And hey, I just hope you guys support my decision. Hey, this cold Arctic weather has kicked in. I'm talking about it's 11 degrees right now. I got a bunch of videos that I want to throw out there for you guys. So for the next, I think it's going to be a week that this cold Arctic air is in my neighborhood. Well, I'm not going to be cop watching, or should I say frauditor watching. Oh, not in the cold weather. Hell with that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll go from there, guys.